Hey everybody, it's Richie, the planetary pilot here, and exciting news, it's now August, which means that next month we are going to be heading to Disneyland Paris, all being well. So now seems like a good time to take a stock check of exactly what we've got going on in the pin collection so that I know what not to buy because I've already got it, and what I can buy, which hopefully will be quite a bit. Definitely got a few new ones since the last time I updated this video, which I think I did in December last year. So I've got some more to show off, including this bag full here, which I will admit was bought for me. So we will have a look and see what's in that mystery bag there as well. This one I know is definitely a new one, so we'll take a look at that one and see what was in the mystery pin. And we also have a lot of new additions to the non-Disney pins, mostly things like Megacon, Portons, MCM, stuff that we've done throughout the year, and technically not Disney official, but certainly Disney related pins that I absolutely love that I got at MCM last weekend. In terms of what's in the bags though, it is an absolute mess. These have not been organized. So it may be that I will try and get these organized and actually put in this bag properly before we go. We've got the 2023 year pin. So naturally I'm going to be looking for a 2025 year pin when we get there. Anything that I can find with Walt Disney Studios on it before the park officially changes its name. I don't know if, well, I do think that Walt's currently has a pin range, but I think it's the same as the last time that we went. So may not get another one, we'll see. And obviously the 30th as well. Keeping an eye out for any limited edition ones. There is a shop in Frontierland that will occasionally show off some limited release pins. So I'll be having a look for those. And any character sets as well, just for fun. There's a few of the Spider-Man Marvel ones that come from Avengers Campus in Disneyland Paris, but I'm pretty sure that there are more, as you'll see, loose ones in this bag that we really need to sort out that probably could go on the page with these. But as I said, it is a bit of a mess in here, to be honest, and I really do need to sort these out. Some of them, like these, for example, I absolutely love this pin. I think it's so nice. That's for Walt Disney World's 50th. We've also got some of the Disney 100 ones in here, still all packaged up. Those, I think a lot of these I bought online, so we've got a few of those to sort out. The Haunted Mansion movie to sort out. There's Halloween ones in here from a couple of years ago. I'm hoping, well, actually yesterday I did actually see one of the new Halloween 2025 pins that's been released. It lights up and everything. It looks really cool. So naturally I'm going to be looking, and we are going in September, so it's possible that there may be some Halloween pins out, but I don't know for certain. I can only hope, and knowing my luck, it will probably be like the week after or something that we go that will be available. Got a couple of jumbo pins now as well. I'm not really sure quite what to do with those, really. I quite like them in the box, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen with those. And such is the level of disorganization here at the moment. I do have plenty of pages that I could actually fill. This bag's a lot smaller than the old school style, so I'll at least be able to get some in here, if nothing else. But yeah, this is where it gets a little bit messy. These are the ones that came from Disneyland Paris last year, mostly. And as I say, there are some Marvel ones that could fit on that other page. That's technically a Halloween pin, but a Spider-Man Halloween pin. And then just a lot of stuff. We went twice in 2024, which is kind of part of the problem. So I know I want another year pin. These are the ones that I don't want to double up on, because I'm pretty sure that I've got all of the Phantom Manor ones now, of which there are obviously a lot. Big Thunder Mountain ones as well, I'm always on the lookout for, so I want to make sure that I don't double up on those. Really, this is just a video so that I can watch it back while we're there and just check that I'm not buying duplicates, because I wouldn't really know what to do with it. We have contemplated the idea of doing a pin giveaway as well, so if I do end up with duplicates, or I might just buy a couple of extra pins and we'll do some sort of giveaway on the channel for subscribers as well. Pirates of the Caribbean pins, I will always buy Pirates pins. Like, it's not even in doubt. If I see it, I will get it. My favorite ride. It's the reason I became a Disney fan generally, not just Disneyland Paris or Disney parks, but Pirates of the Caribbean is where it all started for me. So I will always buy pins for Pirates. So that's good. We know what ones we've got for those. Another Big Thunder Mountain one, which went with that one. It's worth keeping an eye out for that, because But I'd say Big Thunder is probably my favorite roller coaster attraction. But I love these pins. I just love the matte finish of the gold coloring on both of these. So nice. Definitely want to make sure I don't double up on those. Hollywood Tower Hotel pin, which was brilliant because this was the one that Pippa bought for me because I'd gone on the Tower of Terror for the first time. And this time around, we're doing a challenge to get me on Space Mountain for the first time, or Hyperspace Mountain. So if I can find a Space Mountain pin like this, that's going to be Pippa's way of bribing me onto the ride. So I don't know. I haven't actually looked for or seen any Space Mountain pins that I'm particularly keen on, but we'll see what's there when we get there. Peter Pan as well. I'm always buying pins for, well, it's kind of pirate related really, isn't it? Another Halloween one that I was able to get last time. So again, definitely going to be looking for some Halloween ones. Yeah, I did pretty well in 2024. It's going to be hard to match that this year, I think. Over the page, it just kind of carries on. So that's another one of the Pirates ones. Goes down there with those. These ones, though, I think were Disney store purchases from when I went there a couple of months ago in London. So just kind of like random ones, but sort of like limited release ones I'll always be looking out for. Very unlikely that I'll get duplicates of these in Paris. I wouldn't have thought. Pretty sure I got that. Well, I must have got it at the beginning of the year. And same with that one as well. So those are really nice. So these ones came from the Disney store, as did this one. So if you're a fan of Nautilus, I really love that though. It's just like that 3D. It's actually very thick as well. So kind of just stands out really nicely. Having said that though, kind of gutted that they got rid of that, the kind of Kraken animatronic on that attraction as well. It's kind of lost something for me, but having said that, still a cool pin. 70th anniversary of the film as well, which is amazing. I mean, it's still such a good movie, even 70 years on. Then we've got a couple more of the Disney 100 ones, so there's quite a lot of those. A couple of generic Pirates ones. They could probably go in that bag. There's a lot of pirate stuff in there, so some generic ones that again probably came online. This one I'll never be able to duplicate. So this was from the Disney 100 exhibition that we did last year. It was one of the very first things that Pippa and I ever did together, was to go to the exhibition last year. So kind of very special to me, and certainly a pin that I'm very, very happy. You would never get rid of that. Would never part with it at all. This one though is it's definitely the most expensive pin that I have. It's another one of these jumbo ones, but it's just absolutely enormous. But more than anything else, it's just stunning. I love that so much. So commemorating the fact that Mickey has been around for 95 years, Mickey and Minnie, I should say. So hopefully they'll do even better pins when the 100th anniversary comes around in a few years' time. But what a pin. It's just so nice. Definitely. I'd say it's probably one of my favorites. I don't want to say it's my absolute favorite, only because there's a few others that are really special to me. So it's definitely a good one though. That's right up there with the best of them, I think. But again, another really just disorganized bunch of pins that I really need to sort out, and pages in this book that I need to fill, because we did talk about whether I needed a new one. Well, I don't know, because I haven't filled up these pages. This was the other Walt's Diner pin that I'm probably not going to be able to open with one hand while the other hand holds the camera. But you can see this in my other videos if you really want to. I might just be able to open it. There we go. So I think that they still sell these in Walt's Diner, but in different colours. So I know that you can get a red one and a yellow one, but it's the same basic pin. And I'm pretty certain that we have booked for Walt's again. So I don't know whether or not I'll get a different coloured one. It just seems a bit kind of pointless to have two. But I do love this pin. This is definitely going to be one of my absolute favourites. And I was really happy to see that Adam the Woo also got one of these when he was at DLP for the first time very, very recently. Not sure what colour he got though. I need to check that out. I'm curious to know if he's got the same one as me. And again, look, just pages that I need to fill. So I'm kind of torn because I don't know if I need another bag. And I might not do. If I actually fill these pages up properly and put them in, I might not need to get a new bag. There's some random assortment pins. These are obviously off of one of the lanyards that you get. Got quite a few lanyards in here as well, but usually they're year related, or I got this one because it was the studios. Anyway, I'm going over stuff that we've seen before in videos, so I'm not going to spend too much time in that. It's really just a bit of a quick stock check. And now I'll show you the new stuff. So I did very quickly show these at the beginning of the video. So these 4 are brand new for this year. So these first 2, I'm pretty certain were for Christmas, I think, that Pippa bought back for me when she went only as Disney Village briefly in like around November time last year. So she came back with these pins for me. So we got another one of the Phantom Manor set, which I think was possibly the only one that I didn't have. Again, I'm really curious to keep an eye on whether there's any more. Love to have a complete set for all of the Phantom Manor pins. So obviously in this video, I'm trying to make sure that I know exactly what ones I do and don't have. Really like this one though. Really love the pin and the artwork on that one. Just like obviously generic castle pin, but so cool. So again, that was from Pippa for Christmas last year. And then these 2 were from my brother for my birthday. But while this one is just brilliant, and I love the fact that it moves around as well. So that's all obviously based on Pirates of the Caribbean. This one though, this one is funny because this one I'm pretty certain is a fake. I think this is the first fake pin that I have in my collection. And you can kind of tell because obviously try and get it in focus, the colouring on it's not quite right. But I also have what I believe to be the real version of that pin. Up the main bag now so that we can check on that pin. So we've got obviously like the hotel pins that we've done, the years that I've been. Always kind of want to do that. I always want to make sure I have a pin for the year and for the hotel that I've stayed at. And that includes not just Paris, but also Florida that I've done that for as well. So these are some of the very first Pirates ones they ever got. But that one is the real version of that pin. So there we go. So you can see the difference between the 2. There's a slight size difference, but the colors aren't quite right. The font looks a little bit different, but you can see there's obviously kind of like bits missing on the color for that for some reason. But the fact that they're so different in terms of colors generally and the size of it makes me think that that one is probably not real. You can also see there's differences between them in the font. So if you look at the word Disney on that one and then compare it to that one, you can see that they're not the same. So I kind of feel like I know that one's real because I got it from Disneyland Paris. This one, I don't actually know where it came from exactly, but I just have a funny feeling that it's not particularly real and the backing's not quite right. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but interesting though. Trying to spot the fakes from the real, but I kind of like that. I kind of like having a bootleg one. I kind of feel like that's a bit of fun. So yeah, quite good comparisons to make. You got to be really careful though. You got to really look out for these because sometimes if you are buying them online from like a non-official website or like Etsy or whatever, eBay, you really got to be careful. It's the back of the pin also that will give it away for certain. Hard to actually see it on video, but that's the back of what I think is the fake pin. And although it does have a pin trading logo on the back of it, I'm not convinced. I don't think that is, first of all, that's not the actual proper pin trading logo. Even in 2009, that wasn't the logo. So I feel like that's a little bit fake. You've got these weird kind of like 2 blobs, like grey blobs on the back of the pin. I've never seen a Disney pin with workmanship like that on it. And also the backing with all of these Mickeys on there is not something that I've ever seen on another pin before. So I have my doubts. I don't know. Leave a comment. What do you think? Real or fake? So again, just while we're here, we'll have a quick scan through the first bag, the old bag. So we've got all of the Pirates ones. Pay attention to the Peter Pan ones that I have as well, because I'm always at a bit of a risk of duplicating on those. And we've got the Pirates movie ones. Don't think I would need to worry about duplicating on those. Pretty sure that well, I don't know if they're going to do another movie, but I don't think it's got any more pins coming out of it anytime soon. We've got the Buzz Lightyear / Marvel / Star Wars section, but this one is new one. So this one is the mystery pin that I showed you the box of earlier. So that one is a new one to the collection. That one is another one that was bought by Pippa, but the difference with this one is that she had to buy me that pin because she lost a bet. Again, stuff always between me and her just gets like proper competitive. Anyway, there we go, new pin. I mentioned favourite pins earlier on, and to be honest, this whole set is like my favourite. There are a couple missing that I have not been able to find from this. I know, for example, there's a Small World one that, even though I'm not a massive fan of the ride, I'd still buy it just to have the complete set of pins. We've also got like different versions of rides with Star Tours, and we do have a Hyperspace Mountain one. So as I said before, we'll be on the lookout for a new one of Space Mountain. Some of the generic pins over here as well. Not really much risk of doubling up on those, I don't think, or these ones. Those Big Thunder Mountain pins would actually look quite good in here. This is like the Frontierland section, I think, for pin bags. So there's always like a theme on a page, more or less. These are the Disney World pins. I'm obviously not going to double up on those while we're in Paris, but worth having a look at those as well. And then we've got some of the Halloween stuff. So again, definitely going to be looking for some Halloween pins, even if it's just generic pumpkins. Love the season. It's probably my favorite. I think it's way better than Christmas. I know, controversial, blah, blah, blah. But as far as merch goes, especially, and definitely with pins, I just think it's easily the best season. And that's another contender for one of my favorite pins of all time. The 2016 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and the Food and Wine Festival. I mean, between the two, I'd probably go for that one, because getting into the party was, well, amazing, really. That was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So really, really happy to have that pin. And again, we've got some like Phantom Manor, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates ones. These, I think, are all mystery pin sets as well, so I don't think I'm going to be at risk of doubling up on any of those, but good to kind of know where I've got some space in the bag for some more to go as well. So that's the 2 bags and all of the ones that need to go in there. But what about what's in here? So this one is a little bit of a mystery. So if you were paying attention to our channel back in sort of like April, May time, you'll know that Pippa went to her first ever pin trading event. I've actually not been to one, which is kind of ironic when you think that the one of us who doesn't do pin trading is the person who went to the event, and the one that does do pins didn't. But in any event, she went there and she queued for about 4 hours to try to get back some of these pins for me. So she did manage to get some of them, and let's have a look and see what we've got. So here we go. So these are the 7 that Pippa was able to bring back. Obviously, I love the Mickey one. Definitely. You can see it says Disney Store as well on there, so they're exclusive for the event. Got Minnie as well, got Aladdin and Donald, Daisy, the Lion King one, and the Hercules one. So it's just a really nice set. So there's a few different character ones that had sold out by the time that Pippa got in there. But having said that, the ones that she has brought back are definitely very cool. So really, really love those. I think especially Mickey, just really love it. But I love the colors of them, that 90s vibe that I think the whole, it was called Rewind to the 90s. So naturally 90s theming going on there. So you got the bright colors, very highlighter pen colors. I always think with these ones, but I really love them. Just really eye-catching. Even the backings on them are really nice as well. So those are new for the collection at the moment. These ones I haven't put in a video before, so those will be new to you. Obviously not going to double up on these while we're in Paris, as they are a Disney Store exclusive or event exclusive. First ever pin trading event to happen in the Disney Store in the UK. So hopefully there will be more, and I'll be able to actually get to one at some point whenever it happens. I'm not going to lie, I'm slightly concerned as to why there's a load of backs that just came out loose of the bag. I'm kind of wondering, where do they live? There we go. That is the latest in terms of pins. And you'll have seen earlier some of the non-Disney pins that I'm starting to gather a collection of as well. But I've really got to sort this out, like, quite badly. So that's going to be my job for the rest of the day, is to try to organize these bags, work out where they're going to go, and then go to Disneyland Paris and go and buy some more. So with that said, and on that not so terrible disappointment, it is time to end. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. The vlog is over.